Good evening, folks. It's Deathedist back again. I'm gonna do a quick recap video to recap the first 8 turns of Operation Tirpitz here. Just in case anyone is following along the tournament, there's a big global war tournament going on with 4 different tables where the winners from the tables will move up to the next tier. It's pretty exciting. Um, so here we're at table 4 is Operation Tirpitz with Sebscolian and Spitfire and Shadow and Arbubs all playing against each other. It's a pretty good time, and so far it has been very exciting. To start off with, the Spanish Civil War ended very quickly. It was turn 3 or 4 that Shadow beat Spitfire with some pretty lucky rolls. He also won his recruitment rolls, and Spitfire missed as many of them as I think he missed all of the recruitment rolls. So it was a pretty interesting combat that happened there. Could have gone either way, and the Nationalists took the win. So Germany has been getting these blue divisions for turns now, and will continue to for the rest of the game, which is pretty crazy. Um, Also, very early on, turn 1 actually, the CCP aligned Beiping and Hopei, that warlord there, which really put the pressure on Japan to come and invade early. And they did. They declared war on China turn 3, and the Chinese truce was signed turn 3. Ever since then, the KMT has had a presence in Shenxi, helping them out and helping protect the Communist Chinese Party. It will likely come back to bite me in the butt, um, because the CCP doesn't have the attack weakness that China does. I learned that in my failed attacks on Shantung and Hunan earlier this game. Oh, nuts. Oh well. Um, but we will see. Maybe Japan is going to crush this combined CCP KMT force. I really don't know. Um, but at the moment, the Axis is doing pretty darn good. The KMT, as you can see, are holed up in Yunnan and no longer have any territories worth IPPs. The next major development in the game happened turn 5? No, it was turn 6. I'm pretty sure it was turn 6. Um, and Germany attacked France. They took advantage of a weak Picardy to just blow through Belgium, Picardy, and take Paris with the Blitzkrieg ability, and took Paris with relatively few casualties. They also took West Poland and Dolnoslawski, but all of the units from Warsaw were able to move to East Poland, which is a very interesting dynamic, being right on Russia's doorstep. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact was signed that turn, and here we are at the end of turn 8. It is still in effect. The Soviets are on good terms with the Germans. We will see what happens going forward with that. Um, in other news, in the European front, the Germans just recently on turn 8 attacked and took most of Norway, which was a very interesting move. They'd built several transports down here, and the UK actually did a port attack, which killed one transport but cost the UK a seaplane. It's been very, very interesting to see what they're doing. For a while, we thought they were going for an Operation Sea Lion into London in the UK. The British fleet, as you can see, is not really en masse up around the UK or around Gibraltar. It's actually down here in port in Egypt, in a damaged port. All of these ships are trapped, but Lower Egypt gets a lot of ghost militia from that. The Italians are the ones who trapped them in port, and the Italians are in the war. They declared war just now in turn 8, and Abyssinia. Oops. I believe we were supposed to align Abyssinia to Great Britain when Italy became at war with the UK and Free France. But I will let Shadow do that on his turn, since I forgot to during my official turn. In any case, the Abyssinian War looked like it was pretty squarely in Abyssinia's hands until the Italians brought a medium bomber to Eritrea and started bombing this railroad so that Lend-Lease could no longer reach Abyssinia. With the Turn 3 attack on China, the US was able to Lend-Lease to the CCP, to the KMT a couple times, but very quickly, Japan, I think it was Turn 7, yep, Turn 7, Japan declared war on the UK and used their surprise strike to take Calcutta with very few casualties. They did, though, lose a fair number of casualties trying to take Hong Kong and failing the first time around, but were very successful here on turn 8, taking Hong Kong, as well as Malaya, where the coastal artillery got 2 hits on the bombarding battleships, but those will be repaired next turn, and in the long run, it will only have slowed them down a little bit. Japan was very successful taking back most of the Money Islands as well. They now have access to resources and Asia for Asians, which will make them a very big challenge for the US in the coming turns. Here on turn 8, the US got up to $61, so we're very close to entering the war, but we're not quite there yet. Hopefully our income roll next turn will do the job. But the bigger news from the US perspective is that the US completed large ship construction and already has a heavy battleship on the build queue. There's in fact a lot of ships on the build queue for the US. The only other completed tech is Germany with improved factories. Very useful tech for Germany. And we will see if this stack of tanks over here means they're coming into the Soviet realm anytime soon. The Soviets also took Finland. It is now German controlled, but we will see what happens. All in all, it's a very exciting game so far. I'm excited to see where it goes going forward. And thanks for watching my recap. Have a good day.